Okay, what's up, people around the world? Bigg Matt Diamond Dean is in the house. Glad to have you guys in here hanging out with us today. Show number 216. Dean, what about it?
216. 4 years ago yesterday?
Yeah.
When we started down at the church.
Yeah.
In Cedar Bluff, in the Sunday school room.
Yes.
In the CLC.
Yeah, we didn't really have
we really didn't know. We thought that's all we were going to do was that bowl.
Yeah, we're just going to do a bowl pick'em, and
that was it.
Kind of put it out there. And our friend Shane had asked about. I said, "Would you like to do a football show in there?" And we thought we'll just do some weekends, maybe on a Friday before the games. Think what we was going to do because there wasn't no high school ball, January, so we was going to do kind of the bowl games and maybe championship game,
right?
Do some NFL stuff, and just kind of see what happened or see where it went,
Hey, it worked out. I mean, I never
tested 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
We good.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't dream that it would lead to what it had. We just didn't know. We just went down there to do a bowl pick'ems for a radio show.
And here we are today. All right, guys. Thank y'all for coming by and hanging out with us. Lots of stuff today. There's some stuff to talk about. So, by the way, up front, thank you to all our sponsors for the year as we round up our last show of the year. Warrior Gym over here. Call John to get your membership. Get ready for Christmas. Call him. Talk to him about a Christmas special. Warrior Gym. You can call John at 256-266-4333. And also up here in town, a great friend of ours, Scott Lloyd. Scott's been with us and sponsored us about all the way through with this nearly. Call him and get an appointment for any of your kind of legal needs, or if you got documents need to be read or land deeds, and he's really smart. He'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Just
he's a genius.
Yeah, just call him. Make an appointment, 256-266-1416. Scott Lloyd's Legal Service. And our other two, Dean.
Well, we got Cherokee Eye Clinic, J.R. McKissick, April. Yep. That's 256-927-4030. It's up here on Main Street, right across from the Methodist Church. And also Mobley Concrete Construction, 903-343-8581. That's Jerry.
Yep.
Jerry Mobley. Call him. He'll come out and they do free estimates. And that number again is 903-343-8581, Mobley Concrete Construction.
Yeah, thank you all guys for sponsoring us through the year. It's really appreciated. And remember to support those people that support us, that help us support our county,
Yes,
and be able to talk about the great players in our county. What a great football season we had. Congrats again to the South for winning the North-South All-Star game for the 6,348th time. 38 to, what was the final? 31-28 was the final.
Close.
Local warrior up here, Zach Gaylor, one of the linemen, plays up here, got to play in the game. He had a great game, made some plays. He was definitely effective on the team. And, of course, for Fluff, he also ran the ball up here for Aniana, and he's going to South Alabama. So a lot of other players, you can go to NFHS and watch the game back. So congrats to all the players from all over the state for, it's a hard task to go through your high school career and to stay at a level, to be noticed, play at an all-star game.
Yeah, yeah. So, not many people do it.
No, not a lot of people get to do that. So today, transfer portal is crazy, and if you don't check on it every 3 or 4 times a day, you're probably going to miss something. So as I'm going to break down this transfer portal, it's probably changing. So that's what I'm going to break down. Dean, what you got for them today?
Well, we're going to do our 5th annual bowl pick'em.
Wow.
And, of course, obviously, we're not going to sit here and talk 10 minutes on every game because there's a million.
Yeah, we got about 40 games.
40-something. But we'll go through it briefly and talk about who we picked. And, of course, 7 of them were played yesterday. But we talked. Yeah. I think we both did pretty good. I already had them picked.
Yeah.
But didn't do so good on a couple of them. But we're just going to talk about who we've got and what we think.
Yep. Y'all come back and hang out with us. Show 216, Bowl Pick'em Special. All right, here we are back live on the scene. We thank you guys again for coming by. The Matt and Todd Show, the best dang sports show going today. And this will be the only time of year, and also 4th of July weekend and usually Mother's Day. We'll knock those, we'll take those Sundays off. But pretty much out of 54 weeks in a year, we're probably on 50 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
We're probably on 50 weeks out of the year. So, and I have
most of
a lot of specials I'll do, locker room shows I'll do for college or interview coaches, or I'll do something during the week. And I'm sure Christmas week, I'm sure I'll have something come on, and you'll be off too. And we may come over and watch a few games and
second.
Yeah. And we may just turn the phone on and just go live and talk about a game for 20 minutes that we're watching. Yeah. So just stay on the page. And if you're subscribed already, that's great. And we appreciate you. Help us grow the page as we enter into this next year. 2024 is right here upon us. And man, it's been great. Our Facebook page has, I don't know,
it's blowed up
probably over 2,000 just since summer in the season. Because I was adding 100 or 200 people a month all through the year. So we're very appreciative to everybody that's subscribed to the page, and we appreciate it. So y'all keep hanging around, and right now we'll talk about transfer portal stuff first.
I'm getting some of these scores down. Hold on.
These are now, like I said, these are probably going to change.
This is shocking, some of this stuff.
As I'm going along. And what's up, Namath? Mason, how you doing? Hope y'all are all having a great day. Mr. Scott, what's going on with you? High School Alabama will have a review show at 11. Yes, I'm very interested in that. Tomorrow, guys, tomorrow morning, 9:30, reclassification will be happening. Ooh. So if you're off work tomorrow, I am not. I got 4 days to finish the week before I get off the rest of the year and take some vacation time to finish it out. So if you're around WOTM TV, try to find it. Watch it, post on our page. Let us know, hey, all the schools that are in our listening area, from up on the mountain, 5, we think they may be going 3, to Jacksonville, may be going 5. We're pretty sure that's going to happen. And Cedar Bluff, more than likely, probably going to go 2.
And that'll start this next year, right?
Yes.
And then they'll do it again in 2 years.
Yes. So for 24 and 25 season, the coaches have to deal with where they're at and what they got going
I
on.
where some state did that, but you had to stay 5.
Wow.
You had to stay 5 in the class. They did it every 5 years.
Yeah, I seen that. It showed us glitching on there. I have no idea. It's not. It is still doing it. Let me check on that.
Glitch. I didn't see it.
Yeah, our hands is. I don't know if it's a camera thing or see when I move my hands on the screen. Look.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a camera thing. Let me try this and see. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on. Now let's try this now and see if. Yeah, it's a camera thing. I don't know if it's something.
It shouldn't freak nobody out too much, though, should it?
No, well, we don't move a whole bunch, but still, it's.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a camera thing. I'll try to reset it again, but yeah. So tomorrow, you guys that are going to be off work, try to keep an idea of post it on the page.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I'm that's a moment of nervousness for some people and joy for others.
Very nervous for
you got a great 3A squad and you go to 2A. I mean, you're probably gonna be happy.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of teams moving down.
Not many move down.
Not that
I've noticed.
When Bo come on, was talking about it.
It just don't happen much.
Yeah, I don't remember anybody moving down. Now the small schools are going to teeter like a Cedar Bluff, to go in and be a small like we was last time. Marcus is his 10th and 11th grade year. We were tiny, like 10, 20 kids over 2A, and that put us in region with 5. We're not. It's not competitively balanced.
I didn't think that they were even close to being a 2A. I mean, obviously they are, but I would have not have thought that because that class was the largest class in Cedar Bluff school history by
Samuel and them. Yeah,
double.
Yeah,
it's like 70 kids.
Yeah,
and
but I don't know. I just did not think it's very odd.
Yeah. I don't know.
So y'all keep it posted on the page, and I'll try to get on sometime during second break. I get at 10. I'll try to jump on and look around and see if I can find out some stuff also as we're going. So again, thank you guys for coming by. Show 216. Transfer portal news is looking something a little like this. McCord, Dean, there was a lot of rumor that he was going to Nebraska, and before I get on another kick here, I'll move to about Georgia football. What a mess they've got going on. A fire is in Atlanta, and it's not from the Civil War. It's not the Sherman's raid. McCord was possibly going to Nebraska, but I bring up Georgia because Raiola, who Kirby and staff, or his staff, had made sure people got money out west for Raiola to be moved to Buford High School,
right? So
he could play there.
And they didn't win it, by the way.
No, and now he's not going to Georgia. And there's some kind of Buford curse on Georgia. Georgia does not recruit Buford hardly at all. They usually play at Bama.
Where's Raiola going there?
He's going to Nebraska. He's going back out west.
See,
he's from out there.
Well,
out that way.
His dad or uncle or somebody played there.
That's right. So there's some ties there. Now, McCord, he's going to Syracuse.
Odd, I thought.
Coach Fran Brown and his offensive coordinator, and they're getting a quarterback coach from the Giants that's known McCord and his dad for a long time. So the offensive play coach that works under Coach Brown, and they got a coach coming from the Giants to come to Syracuse, and Syracuse is picking up a couple of receivers. So they're looking to put together a squad to what's up, Zach? Hope you're doing good. And then the new little girl you got.
I just never thought I'd live to see a day when a quarterback that did well for Ohio State left.
I mean, they lost one game this year.
One game by 6 points.
To number 1 Michigan. And he's taken off and he's going to play at Syracuse. Why do you leave a prominent program?
Maybe it was that much pressure there. I don't know.
And winning to go to a losing team, a losing culture. Syracuse ain't been good at football since. I never said his name. Who was it playing?
McNabb. Did he play there? Yeah, McNabb did play there.
No,
Jim Brown.
yes, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Syracuse ain't been.
I mean, they were pretty good when McNabb was there, but I
1957.
mean, 8-4, 9-3. I don't know. It's just all right.
I don't get it. I do not get it at all.
No, that's
Ward's probably going to Miami. He has 15 offers on the board, and all offers are at $1 million at all 15 schools.
Yeah, I read somewhere where it was probably coming down to Miami and FSU. He still had a visit at FSU.
That's so odd.
We just can't move our hands none.
It's just that don't make no sense.
FSU and Miami, is that what you heard?
Yes. Yep. And they all have checks waiting for him. Howard from K-State is probably going to be a Longhorn. So he's going to come in and start over Arch because he has way more experience. So then Arch will probably he may be looking for somewhere to go. You going to bring him in over me?
No, I wouldn't think. You wouldn't think Manning would start over Howard?
By God, no, he never played.
Yeah.
He's never started a game in his life. Howard's going, you're not going to, he ain't coming if he ain't playing.
I wouldn't.
Well, now we look at Sanders. Now he went to Ole Miss.
He didn't play any.
No.
All year.
Makes no sense. Moore from UCLA. Now he's from Detroit. That's where he played high school football. He may be going to Michigan.
That'd be
Take
interesting.
McCarthy's spot, I guess, if he's graduating.
Yeah, graduating.
And Ugalele is probably going to take Travis's place at Jordan's at Florida State with him moving on to the NFL. And Drake Mays decided he's going to go play NFL football.
Okay.
Rogers may be headed to Washington to take the place of
Felix.
Felix.
I read that. That's not a bad idea.
I just don't understand. You're starting. Why do starting players keep leaving?
I don't know. Just trying to get on a better team.
And McCall, kid from Coastal, he's good.
Now, I mean, he moved up. Coastal's mid-major.
Yep, he's going North Carolina State Wolfpack. Oh,
yeah.
And of course, Vandegrift, we know about him. He's going to Kentucky.
Well,
I get that.
I do get that.
But now I'm going to get on the Georgia train. Now that he's leaving and going to Kentucky, there's a high possibility that Beck may not even be at Georgia next year. He said he ain't made his mind up.
I don't understand that.
And he's going to play in the bowl game. He confirmed that. 16 players from Georgia has been in the transfer portal over the past in 16 days. Now, it's not the idea that because Bama loses players, Auburn has kids transfer out and in, and this is not unusual. 5 of those players are 5 stars, and a lot of the others, several others are 4 stars, and a lot of the other players, all the guys that we named during when Birds was on, who was some of the guys we named on defense? Their linebacker.
Oh, my God. Molden.
There's Evan Smith and all those guys, the receiver. Some of their one are linemen.
Yeah.
They're leaving.
They're just leaving. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I ain't got an inside track. But
they've got so much there.
Yeah.
I mean, and these guys are like, okay, forget this. I may not start but 1 year.
Yes.
I'm getting out of here.
So before you panic, Georgia fans, the whole idea behind any of that is just that. They have a bunch of players at the school.
Yes.
And why didn't this happen? Bama, they just stockpile players up there, 2007, 8, 9, the class, and they come through in 10, 11, and 14, 15. Well, they didn't have a transfer portal.
You didn't have a transfer portal.
Now you do, because if they did back then, I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be a lot of difference in what's going on.
I don't think that.
But there's so many at once. This is what's freaking Georgia fans out.
Yeah.
Because Murray, the ex-quarterback at Georgia, he's on Twitter saying, what is going on? And he knows he talks to people there. He played there. So if Aaron Murray is concerned, I'm concerned. I don't know.
It may be some of it. Maybe that's scheduled next year.
They ain't got no.
Guys, we will not hear one time that Georgia hadn't played anybody next year.
No, you won't.
It's all absolutely ridiculous.
Won't hear it from me. They're going to play what everybody else is playing.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
They're going to have a good schedule.
Yeah, and it don't let up much. I mean, could I'm just asking a question. Could that play a role in it? I wouldn't think so, but
I don't know. Some kids maybe, and Aaron Murray asked that question. He said, is there some kids down there scared of competition? Is that what it is? Maybe you don't want to fight for your position. You'd rather just jump out and go get in the portal and go play somewhere else.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Well, you got to figure some of them want to win, but a lot of them want to play. I mean, they just want to play, So
that's kind of concerning. It's so many at once.
Yeah.
That's what bothers. It's not really that there's kids moving, because the kids move.
Yeah, they're going to leave Alabama too.
And like within the first 10 days, there was like 12 players.
Mm-hmm.
5 stars are jumping out. They're leaving Athens. They
must have got some wind that there's somebody coming in, or.
Well, Colorado's picked up, some players too.
Yeah.
He's putting together a fairly good squad. So that's kind of some transfer of the bigger names. There's a lot. You can go to On3, go to Transfer Portal. I actually have their page on my phone, and you can just go to it, and On3 Sports.
On3, yeah, I've read that a good bit, actually.
They have a Transfer Portal, a page just dedicated to it, because it happens so much.
Well, there has to be one.
KJ Jefferson, that's another one. Supposedly, his interest may be TCU, is from what somebody said.
No chances. None of these guys are going to Auburn.
But that's the thing. He fits at Auburn.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
If you're an Auburn fan, you're just trying to get in his DM on Twitter. And I mean, Lord, can we please put together a booster club?
I don't know. I was thinking, where's Max Johnson going? I'd like to see one of these guys go to Auburn. I mean, is there a chance he might go to Auburn?
Yeah.
Max Johnson.
They're going to get a guy that's going to run that RPO, because that's what he runs. He's not going to get a Rodgers, a drop back guy. Mm-hmm. That's not his style. He's not going to win that way. Ashford is leaving.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's probably best for him. He probably would be a good receiver somewhere.
I would think so. He's very fast.
Golly, yeah. He just can't throw the football.
Yeah. Well,
speaking of JSU not throwing the football, bless his heart, man. I like the kid. And you watch him play, and we see behind-the-scenes stories about him. I don't know how 34-31 in overtime is the final. They kick a field goal to win the game. First year playing up in division, JSU gets a win and a nod to Coach Burgess. Rick's dad and
82
Greg's dad.
Years old.
Went on to be with the Lord, and it's great for their family. Something to celebrate for him, because he poured a lot of his heart and time in there.
Yes, he did.
He really put him on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Great. He's a great coach.
Oh, gosh, yeah, very.
A lot of good stories from people around here. Coach Short, he's had stories about Coach Burgess.
Tough,
yes,
rough.
Very rough. If you played for him, you played football.
Yeah, definitely.
Bolin, I think
Bolin played for him.
Yes, he had some stories I've heard. Well, man, that you wonder where he got it from.
Yeah.
And his was watered down. Bolin's was watered down probably from Burgess.
Oh yeah, definitely. He
That's some kids would have quit and left the state.
They're mean. That's a mean bunch. I'll just put it like that.
He was at Woodland for some time when they were going through integration. He was part of that staff there.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. That was part of his younger staff before he became head coach. He was part of that program.
Wasn't he at Oxford too? Wasn't he the head coach at Oxford?
Yep, sure was. Yeah, that's where Rick played at.
Yeah.
Before he went to Troy, played football at Troy.
Okay. Yeah, he did well. He did well coaching at Jack State. But yeah, Jack State yesterday, was you talking about Webb?
He throwed more than the other team. He did his own guys.
Yeah, but golly, did you see how often Rod was just killing them? And he got worse and worse. And I'm sitting there at some point, and I think I posted something about it. I'm like, leave the guy alone.
He was just drowning him. Every time he walked off the sideline, he was chewing his chin piece off and spitting it out.
And it wasn't working. I mean, I think he let up on him, and I think he actually got better because he did complete some good balls later.
Did you see him chewing his coaches? Man, he got one of them one time.
Everybody
even walked by. I mean, if you had a water bottle and you walked by and he's chewing you about something.
He was I don't want to make no judgments on Rodriguez, but he was a raving lunatic yesterday.
It looked that way. And maybe that's how
all day.
Him at West Virginia.
Well, I'd heard that about him before.
I don't remember seeing him that way. Or at Michigan,
But about
maybe he did, and I just don't remember.
Third time I saw him cussing Webb. And yes, guys, he's cussing him.
Every time. not every once in a while, every time he walked the sideline, why did you throw? He was trying to get him to get in a hurry. And the coach wanted, the others, offensive guy coach wanted to substitute.
Right.
He runs the other guy. He chewed him out for that because they lost their rhythm and their time. And he's trying to go fast to keep the defense from subbing. That's his game. That's his trick.
Yeah.
He wants to play that old Tommy Tuberville.
They rushed for 400 yards, or 350.
Gus Malzahn type football. Yeah. That's what he's wanting to do. Man, he needs to don't drink, Coach Rich Roy, don't drink Red Bull before the game or coffee, whatever you got going on, brother.
That was bad. And they just kept showing him, too. I mean, I'm going to blame a little of that on ESPN. Stop showing it.
Because Saban does, too. Now, but the tighter the game is, he gets calmer.
Well, and Rich Rod settled down.
He did.
And, I actually seen him say to Webb late in the game, that's on me.
I'm going to take these off.
But,
I'm going to take these off now.
Oh, well, you're ready to take them off.
But for moving up a class, and nobody thought they could probably do it. Oh, yeah. I mean, hats off to them for getting the W.
I think he's rough on his quarterbacks because we watched the game earlier in the year. They got to where they were playing on Tuesdays. That's probably what's wrong with him. It's doing it bad now.
I don't understand why it's doing that. I have no idea.
I never saw him get mad at anybody. But he rotated in about 3 or 4 quarterbacks. You remember that night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we were like, what's he doing? They won.
Let's see if this works. Hang on a second. Changes made. Okay, here we are back. Yeah, here we are. I don't know if this will help, but
it did. It's not even doing it now.
We don't do it. We don't move a whole lot anyway, but it's kind of aggravating. But Texas Tech, Dean, what about that? They beat the snot out of the Cal.
I thought they would. I really did.
34-14. I had them picked to win it, but
let's see what we had.
Not by 20.
No, it was 34-14. I had picked them. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Don't get mad at me. I did not have Jack State picked to win.
I didn't either. Well, they were. I mean, Louisiana was favored by 3 or 2.5 or 3. I mean, we are fans.
Yeah.
See behind Dean there, we got a sign. It's signed by the head coach. I mean, we've been down to games. We've been in the weight room with the coach down there.
Yeah,
on the bayou.
And I didn't think they. I mean, you throw 3 pick sixes, you lose. Well, they did not.
Just going into the game, you don't look, guys. JSU, they're just moving up. Mm-hmm. You don't suspect they would. Hats off to them winning. I'm so proud of them. I'm an alumni of JSU. We're alumni of. That's where I finished that history degree here for. So I'm not taking that away, but it is surprising a little. Like, wow, that was pretty great, and they played bad.
Well, yes, no, they did. Well, what they did, they ran the ball good. Wiggins, our boy from Jacksonville,
he's good.
He had over 100 yards.
Well, but Texas Tech. 20-point. I didn't see that coming.
No. Well, I thought they would beat them, and they ended up with a winning record. You picked them to do well, but they did okay. That's a good ending. They got better as the season went on. They started out bad. They got upset by Wyoming, and then had to turn around and play Oregon the next week.
Wyoming. Wow. Ohio 41-21. That was a good game. I watched about half of that. Did you catch any of that one?
I did not catch any of that.
That was a pretty good game. It was mostly.
It was better than it sounded.
The first part of it. It got away from there later.
Yeah.
Florida A&M didn't see that game, but hey, hats off to them.
Right at the end. I thought they would. I actually had Ohio, but I did have Florida A&M because to beat Howard because Howard was the school that Ed Reed went around on the golf cart talking about how sorry of a program it was.
Yes. So
I just assumed they wouldn't win their bowl game, but they nearly won.
Yeah, Bethune-Cookman, that's where he was at.
That was Bethune-Cookman. Howard. Well, dang, well, it worked for me.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was Howard. That was Bethune-Cookman.
Now, the game that I did watch a lot of was the App in Ohio, Miami, Ohio. 13-9, the App went. That was a good game. I liked Appalachian to win that game. They're one of those teams. They're just well coached.
I don't think I've ever picked against App.
They're just their coach. He just does a good job with the guys.
Yeah, they got nice facilities up there too.
Yeah, I mean I
went up there and you can just walk in up there. I mean, you can't go in there and like lift and call plays or nothing.
Yeah,
but they'll let you. I mean, they know people come.
That's a good win for them. Their program, man. Hey, look,
they went 9-4.
That's a good season for a small school like that.
They went through it this year, though. Did you see how many of their games were close?
Yeah.
I mean, like nearly all of them.
Yeah.
We're down to the wire.
I mean, they could have easily been 110 games this year.
Yeah, or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good teams find ways to win, right? Ain't that what they say?
Yeah.
Fresno State 37-10 over New Mexico State.
That kind of shocked me.
New Mexico State, I guess, just I don't know. After beating Auburn, just lost. They just got too hyped up. And
see, they beat Jack State too. I had New Mexico State winning that.
I did too.
So I definitely missed that one.
UCLA 35-20 over Boise. I like the Bruins in that game. Boise made it a game.
They were losing at halftime.
Yes, they made it a game.
I mean, UCLA run the ball good. They ran the ball very good.
And you'll see them this year as they'll be taking the train ride out here to Jordan Hare, not Jordan. Jordan.
That was a
Hare.
big win for UCLA, really, with the Moore not playing.
Yeah.
And their last game ever as a Pac-10 team or Pac-12, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Pac-12's been done away. So thank you guys again for stopping by our 5th annual Bowl Pick'em show. And we're mentioning some of the bowls here. We started out the show talking about some transfers from McCord to Syracuse, which is ridiculous. A lot of the players from Georgia, they got 16 now jumping ship out, and a few of the other players, Rogers maybe to Washington to fill in for Ward, which may be going to Miami. So that's kind of where we're at right now on the show. Now we'll get into some of these other games that's coming ahead, and we'll just kind of bump through these and we'll check left to right kind of who we like. And we'll come back at
we'll see how we did.
January 1st.
Well, let's see.
Now, we won't be back now. This will be the last show of the year. And again, Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year to you guys. Thank you, fans, for being such great Bigg Matt and Diamond Dean addicts. We really do appreciate it. So make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel. Help us grow through this new year. And we will have a show on. We'll have a locker room special, something we might bump around something on some of these bowl games are on. Yeah. January 1st, I'm going to be back on. We'll come on that day of the Bama and Texas and all them Lockhorns, literally. We'll come back on maybe at 2 or 3 o'clock. Maybe come here and shoot the breeze for an hour and talk about those games more. We'll break them down really close.
4 and 7:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
We may come in that day and really talk about those games.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. We need to.
Yeah, we'll mention them here, of course, as we run through them.
Not a huge week in the bowl, but tomorrow there's one, right?
Let's see here.
Western Kentucky and Old Dominion.
Where are we at here? Which one we at here? No, December the
18th.
18th here. All right, guys, where y'all at here? The famous, I can't even see.
Toastery Bowl? Famous Toastery?
What's this old man right here? Just old man trick.
That's what it says, Toastery.
Okay. Western Kentucky or Old Dominion? I don't know. Give me the Hilltoppers.
I took Old Dominion because Old Dominion played James Madison or somebody very close this year. I know that's not much reason to take them, but Western Kentucky's got a good football program.
UTSA and Marshall?
That's the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. I didn't know Patrick Walker had a bowl named after.
Scooter. What about it? How you doing with Piedmont Bulldog?
Man, would you agree that Las Vegas knows what they're talking about?
Most of the time, yes.
Okay. They've got UTSA by 16.
Well, they're pretty good.
But Marshall, so I just took UTSA.
Yeah, I would. USF and Syracuse.
I have no clue. I took Syracuse.
I'll take USF. UCF and Georgia Tech. Central Florida's they're rolling people. I like how they play.
I took Tech
because
Tech's playing better.
They're not that old team you used to have to take a month to prepare for. And that game's the 22nd, by the way.
Now UCF beat Oklahoma.
Yeah, I like them. I like how they
beat them bad, didn't they?
Yeah.
Or they beat them bad. They beat Oklahoma. Then they beat Oklahoma State bad.
Yes.
Or they nearly beat Oklahoma. One of them, but they did beat Oklahoma State bad. I've taken Georgia Tech though.
Birmingham Bowl is the bowl we all try to go to. So the 23rd is going to be at 12 o'clock on ABC. Duke and Troy. Now, Leonard, is he playing or not?
He is not. from what I've read.
Okay, give me Troy then on that one.
I took Troy too because Leonard's not
we would like to go.
That,
we always try to go that game, but we can't because the weather is terrible on that day.
It's freezing.
It's like the high is 37. It was rain, 2 years ago? We was going to go. Remember?
Oh, it's awful.
We was going to go.
Well, we went one time.
And the next year's like, we're going next year. The game rolls around, forecast, high in the day, 42, cloudy, moderate shower.
I'll tell you how miserable it is. Last time we went, somebody got pneumonia.
I'm not doing it.
I'm being dead serious.
It
was Kurt Hendon's brother-in-law. So
the Camanilla Bowl.
Who is that?
Arkansas State versus NIU, the 23rd. That's at 12. That'll be on ESPN.
I think that's an excellent matchup.
A lot of these games, guys, are going to be the 23rd. The next
23rd,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games will be the 23rd, and they're going to vary from ESPN and ABC. So tune in, you station dollars for that.
Who you taking in that one?
Give me the Arkansas States.
All right. So I took Northern Illinois.
Lockheed Martin Bowl. That'll be James Madison and Air Force. I like how James Madison's playing.
I have no idea. Experts are like, James Madison's going down at some point.
Yeah. Is it going to be by Air Force?
I don't think so.
I don't either. Utah State versus Georgia State.
Well, I like Georgia State's program.
Yeah.
I just can't pick against them. I don't know anything about Utah State.
Not State. Yeah, I'm going to take Georgia State in that one too. Yeah. South Alabama and Eastern Michigan will be locking up in the 68 Ventures Bowl, the 23rd. That's at 7 at night. They'll be on ABC.
Huge point spread.
South Alabama and Eastern Michigan.
Huge point spread there in South Alabama's way. So, I mean,
yeah, they're
pretty good.
They played with Florida State.
Yeah, me and Matt decided that, and I agree with him, that Vegas knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I know.
And the point spread's huge.
Well, Fluff's going. He's headed up that way too.
He gonna play in that game?
No, but Williams did decide. By the way, the receiver from Saraland going to Bama.
Yeah,
he reclassified. He's graduating. He is practicing with Alabama yesterday.
So he's
the day before.
So he's
on campus.
He had another year of high school football.
He's graduated. No, he's a senior.
Oh, but what you're saying is he
reclassified.
Okay.
Because he had all his credits.
So he's already practicing.
Yes, he will practice. Bowl practice. So they did some kind of walkthrough or something.
Okay, I was confused by that. I thought they were saying he was getting out of high school a year early.
Bowl practice is, yeah.
It starts tomorrow.
This week, yes.
Yeah.
So he's going to practice. Well, he graduates.
I'd heard somebody.
Yeah, he's done.
A guy I work with that's a Georgia fan said they start practice tomorrow.
Yeah. So he gets to forego the last 5 months of high school and he's going to be in college.
Wow. He's a good one too.
Well, he must be smart because you're taking all his AP classes to get out early.
Well, yeah. He's known what
his GPA is like 4.4.
Yeah.
One of those.
Oh, over a 5.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, ABC 7:30. Dean.
I don't think that's a good matchup.
Utah should handle business.
I would think
Cam Rising is going to be on the sidelines. I mean, he's 36 years old. They're going to think he's a coach.
Utah versus Northwestern. I may get that thrown back in my face. Northwestern may hammer them, but I'm just taking the Utes.
Yeah, me too. The East Coast Hawaii Bowl, beautiful game. Love to be at that. 10:30 that late that night. So after you've getting all your Christmas present stuff done and you're sitting around the house in your PJs eating a bowl of cereal, snuggle on up down there on ESPN and watch Coastal Carolina and San Jose State.
Huge spread in that and San Jose State's way, but Matt, I'm taking Coastal. I've watched them play.
Yeah.
There's it's 10.5 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna like San Jose. I don't know what their quarterback. See, he's moving around, and I don't know who's going. I don't know if he's playing in the game. I'm gonna go San Jose.
Well, that's why they have the spread.
Maybe. Like I don't know. He may play,
right?
But I mean,
so you're saying not to pick them outright to win. All right. Look, I'm going official here. I'm changing this. I can do that.
Quick Lane
San
Bowl.
Jose State.
Bowling Green versus the Minnesota. That's on the 26th at 2:00 ESPN, which will be the day after Christmas. That'll be on a Tuesday, right? Yes.
I'm picking Minnesota.
The Golden Gophers. And next up, Dean, on the 26th also, Texas State versus Rice.
I got to go with Daniels and McCaffrey, don't you? Big Rice Owls. I don't know much about Texas State. I took Minnesota. I got to take Rice in that.
I'll go with you on that one. The Rate Bowl, guaranteed rate, Kansas versus UNLV. Also the 26th. That's at 9. Golly, wait a minute now.
I don't think
look at this gap here. 2, 5:30, and then another game on for 4. Who's for? Golly, man. I mean,
2, 5:30, and
so
9.
that game goes off at 7:30.
Yeah.
So you got 2 hours to fall asleep and wake back up and watch Kansas and the ULV running Rebels. Not in basketball, neither. They'd be probably a better basketball game.
A great basketball game. Kansas.
It would have been 25 years ago.
Oh, yes. Oh, God.
J.R. Ryder.
I'm sure they played.
Yes, I'm sure that I probably watched it. Oh, goodness gracious. Give me the Rock Chalk Jayhawks.
I just don't even think that'll be a good game. I'm sorry.
Well, it'll be late.
Kansas is not bad, but UNLV's at home pretty much.
Jeff likes San Jose State too in that one we had.
So I might have to change that.
Virginia Tech versus Tulane, the 27th at 2:00 ESPN in the Military Bowl. Salute to our troops. Thank you for your service. And Merry Christmas to you guys overseas. It will not be with your families. Thank you for your service.
So you match up Tulane last year with USC and they win. And this year you give them a December 27th bowl game against Virginia Tech. And they did just as good this year, did they not?
Yeah.
I'm going with Tulane.
Yeah, they roll.
I'm not going to pick.
One of the better bowls that's usually been good the past few years, and I hate don't use the word hate. I don't like the taste of Duke's Mayo, but no, God, it's terrible.
Really?
No, it's too
sweet.
I
can always kind of like
it. It's a sugar-based mayonnaise.
Right, I got you.
And I don't like it.
Well,
I'm a Bama guy.
Yeah, Bama.
I like more of an egg-based mayonnaise. Duke's Mayo Bowl, Dean, 27th, 5:30. It's a good time of the day. Most people be kicked back with their socks off. North Carolina, West Virginia.
Is May playing?
He is going to the draft. No, that don't. But
I'm going to go with North Carolina.
I'm sure he'll play because he's going to enter the NFL draft. Now, he didn't say he's foregoing this bowl game.
Right. I'm going to pick
a lot of Florida State players have jumped off. You've seen that?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And Beck, too. I didn't mention that. I don't know if he's going to be at Georgia next year. What is going on?
I don't understand.
Why is the starting players leaving?
11-1 teams. I don't know. They might not get along with the other players or something.
Bama handled them. Okay. They nearly picked him 3 times.
Yeah.
And they couldn't handle the run game. Bama's offensive line pretty much dominated most of their defense line. But that's one game.
One game. And you only lost by 3.
I don't get it. Why? And Louisville's getting them a player. They're going to play USC in the Holiday Bowl, December 27th, 8 o'clock. This is going to be a Fox game.
I don't know who to pick in that. I've not been impressed with Louisville. I have not been.
Somebody tell me.
Have you been impressed with Louisville? I've not been impressed with Louisville.
Who's going to Louisville? They're getting a quarterback. I just watched it a while ago. One of these guys is going to our receiver. Anyway,
is Williams playing in that game? I think it's
I don't think so. He's going to draft. He ain't playing. No, he done said he wouldn't. Remember, he said that 2 weeks ago.
I'm sticking with USC.
I'm gonna go to Louisville. Just because I don't like USC.
I just haven't been impressed with Louisville, but I did watch them play.
They lost their coach, and he's at Wisconsin. And
yeah.
Texas A&M is in the Tax Act Texas Bowl against the Cowboys, Oklahoma State. That'll be the 27th, Dean, at 9 ESPN.
Well, since Max Johnson's not playing, I'm going to go on and pick which Texas A&M's other quarterback's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Oklahoma State. I'm thinking a close one.
I'm going to go A&M. The next game, finally, we're going to shift gears. The next few will be on the 28th. This one will be start that morning. So get up, get your coffee. ESPN, be live and be square and be there. Boston College versus SMU in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
Wasabi, boy, that'll clean you out.
Well,
I'm talking about your nose.
Well, that'll get it going.
I mean your nose.
Well, do that then, too, if you eat enough of it. Boston College and SMU, the Mustangs, the money train.
I got to go with the Big Mustangs.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I mean, they've been hot this year.
They have.
And Boston College ended up being a lot better than expected. Now, I'm not going to take anything away from them. But
didn't they play Florida State close?
Yeah, nearly beat them.
Yeah.
And they ended up going 6-6.
Hmm.
Actually, the closest game Florida State had.
Jeff likes
This
BC.
year.
He likes Boston College.
I can't. I mean, I what am I trying to say here? I may have to change it. He likes BC. He knows what he's talking about usually. But I'm going to stick with
Bad Boy
SMU.
Mowers. Pinstripe. 2:15 ESPN, Dean. Rutgers are the Hurricanes. I don't think that's even a game.
I'm about taking Miami,
Yeah.
but Van Dyke's not playing though, is he?
I don't know.
Rutgers, but
You
they
can't say. It's hard to even say. I mean, as media people, and we kind of keep up with this, and I watch different podcasts daily. I listen to Greg McElroy and Josh Pates and Crane and Company, and even Colin Cowturd and those guys and Fine Bam. Those guys have their ear on the ground.
Yes, they
So
do.
if you listen to them, I listen to them daily. I don't know. They don't say like these quarterbacks are in transfer portal. This is staying, that is playing. He's going to play the ball game, but he's not. We don't know what he's doing. This is not playing his bowl game, but he's in the idea of he may. I don't know.
Yeah.
If they don't know, I don't know.
No, they know they're in the know on everything.
Yeah. And that's at 2:15 ESPN. We'll take Miami over Rutgers.
Yeah, I got to take
The
Miami.
Wolfpack versus Kansas State in the Pop-Tart Bowl. What a great bowl that is. I bet they get to be Pop-Tarts everywhere. Which ones do you like, Pop-Tarts?
The blueberry.
Blueberry?
Yeah.
They're good.
And strawberry.
The strawberry's
Yeah.
good. I'd like the
Not
cherry
chocolate.
too. They're okay. It's like a dessert. That's not breakfast.
Yeah.
I eat it for a snack, like with a scoop of ice cream on it.
Yes.
The s'mores.
Heat it up. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah. Crumble that up on your ice cream.
Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Yeah, North Carolina State and K-State.
Well, I'm going with K-State.
Mm.
Well, supposedly K-State wasn't that bad this year, and according to the experts, the ACC was not very good. So I'm just going to stick with K-State.
And that's at 5:45 ESPN. Next game is at 5:45 also. I mean, at 9:15 also on ESPN. The 28th, same day,
I'll make some late nights.
Valerie Alamo Bowl. This is a good one. Put a mark by that one.
That is a good one.
Arizona and Oklahoma as the new SEC team. Are they going to represent the SEC well and play Arizona well?
Well, Gabriel ain't playing, is he?
So he's going to Oregon.
Arizona's good.
They've
y'all.
come on hot.
I'm going to take.
But just because they beat Colorado by a bunch, that's not tooting anybody's horn. But
I don't know. I think with what Oklahoma, they're having a bunch of players have left up there. I think Arizona wins that. They're just playing. I'm not saying Oklahoma's not playing for nothing, but this is really big for Arizona.
Late night, and it's in the Alamo Bowl, which is probably in Texas.
Yeah, San Antonio. Yeah.
So who's traveling? It's pretty good, about equal nearly.
Equal,
Arizona will probably travel a little further. I'm trying to think a late night game and who's Coach V. Is he going to have the Sooners fired up? Are they going to come in on that wagon smoking, or
I don't know. I got to take the Wildcats in this one.
like the Ghost Rider come in on his back wheel, flame shooting out of his eyes, or is the Wildcats going to come in and steal it? Be a good basketball game too.
Yeah, it would be. Very good.
Gosh, that's a tough one, man. I'm scratching my
That
head.
is. That's a good matchup. We actually had talked and said that may be the best matchup.
I like Oklahoma. I'll just take the Sooners.
Okay.
Boomer Sooner.
Best matchup in the bowl.
It is one. I
One
like
of
this next one too. Now, Dane, tell us about this one.
Clemson and Kentucky.
Man.
Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. That's down in Florida.
The 29th at lunchtime.
I thought Clemson I think Clemson's better than them, but that don't mean no win. But I got to pick them. I got to pick them. Kentucky did play better towards the end of the year, but so did Clemson. And Clemson's losses were, every one of them were like a touchdown.
And this is the Gator. So that's
Gator
going to be
Bowl.
in Florida.
December 12 p.m.
I'm just going to go with Clemson. Give me the Fighting Sweeney's for his coaching experience over Coach Stoops.
Yeah.
Dabo's coaching a lot of big games.
Oh, God, a bunch of them. I think it'll be a good game, though.
Yes, I do too. That's the 29th and 12th. Next one.
Notre Dame, Oregon State, Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would have been a great one, but Oregon State's playing without a quarterback. So,
Yeah.
I mean, not literally.
DJ Uiagalelei is.
And you'd be like, well, their backup's good. Well, yeah, but he didn't take many snaps. So I just like Notre Dame in this game. I don't.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I got Notre Dame.
What's Jeff saying on that? He went Clemson.
Irish.
Okay. But he take Clemson.
Clemson, yeah.
What about Arizona, Oklahoma?
Zona defense.
Well, if Gabriel played, I probably would have took Oklahoma. Next one is Memphis versus Iowa State.
Yeah.
Iowa State.
Be good. AutoZone.
Liberty Bowl. That's in Memphis.
It's always a good game. They usually put on a good game, don't they?
Yes.
I mean, for the most part that I can remember since my childhood, being Coach Bryant's last game, they're usually pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
You get an SEC.
Yeah, you usually had the third or fourth SEC team in it.
Yep.
I remember Coach Bryant's last game was in it.
Right. Coach Bryant coached last game there, and they played.
Yeah, they were like 7-4.
Who did they play?
Didn't they play Illinois or somebody?
Yes, I think so.
And it wasn't a great game.
I was going to say Syracuse, but the same thing.
It's usually the third or fourth. It used to be the third or fourth team in the. I think what he go is last year 7-4, 8-4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we act like it was the end of the world. Now look at 8-4.
8-4 is the end of the world for most teams. The Alabama fans, it is still.
8-4 is not real bad. Not with some of the schedules that these teams have.
No, and you can't stockpile kids no more. There's transfer portal stuff going on and NIL money flying around everywhere, and everybody has to play even. You only get so many scholarships for schools.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
No, if you're winning in these times, if you've won 2 or 3 titles in the past 10, 12 years, your school is clicking right along.
Yeah, very good. I'm gonna have to.
I like Memphis.
I'm gonna take it Memphis too. Then now that will be considered an upset, but not a huge upset. But I gotta go with Memphis.
Well, it's their home. It's home for them.
Yeah.
He likes Iowa State. Cotton Bowl, Dean. It's a good one. What about? Oh gosh, now we're getting the good ones now, guys. All right, pay attention here.
Is Missouri ready to step up and play Ohio State?
The Clemson game, the Notre Dame, and the Memphis, and this next one are all on the 29th, and they're mostly on ESPN. And the games are going to start around lunchtime, Clemson. And then this next game, Missouri, at 8 o'clock at night, ESPN.
I don't know, man. I just don't think they're ready.
They play. Well,
I do think they're good, but
are they ready? Because Ohio State they recruit well.
They do. They've got players.
Yeah.
They got players that aren't playing. I think
it's in Texas now.
And Missouri has done a fantastic job this year, but I just cannot, in good conscience, pick
they upset them.
Pick them over.
We've had great Cotton Bowl Classic games.
Yeah. Oh, I can't do it.
I'm going to say Ohio State close. I'm going to say Mizzou comes in there and plays these guys good. Schrader's good, man. Bird and them, they're good.
Oh, gosh, yeah, they're good. They're good.
Jeff, you better get ready. It's going to be a good football game. I would pop my popcorn before the game. I wouldn't get up.
No.
That's one of the games.
That's a good matchup.
That's on the 29th at 8 o'clock that night. So once you get settled in there on the love seat, have what you need sitting around you.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to have to get up to halftime. Now, what about that next one? Boy, this is an old school. I like these old
probably
programs.
The best matchup in the bowl system.
Peach Bowl.
I don't know.
It's the 30th at lunch, ESPN, the 30th.
That may be as dead even of a ball game as there is. Who knows?
Who's favored in that game?
Penn State's favored a little bit, I think, but 30? Not much. Let me check, make sure.
Ole Miss and Penn State playing in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in the Peach City of Atlanta, the Star City of the South.
Penn State, Ole Miss spread.
I bet Penn State's favored by 3.5.
This will be like some kind of man. Penn P Ole Miss spread over by Duke's Mayo. No, I'm kidding. Spread.
Jeff's like Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is a 1.5 point. I knew it was close.
It swung the other way.
I don't know, man.
I'm going to take one of my guys.
Yeah.
I think Lane gets it done. He's got the guys. He's got a lot of – listen.
I'm going to change that one to Ole Miss.
Listen to this now. He has dug in his portal. He has got some receivers coming. Dart is playing. He's got a lot of players are coming back. Look at the camera close when I'm telling you this. Way too early pick.
Uh-huh.
We're doing it again.
They're gonna be good.
They're going to be good.
Oh yeah.
They're bringing. I mean, he's bringing back like all the seniors said. Hey, you know what?
Judkins.
We're coming back. We're not going to leave.
Oh, and they posted the other day that Judkins was leaving. I'm like, yeah,
no, he's
right.
not.
I didn't believe it from the second I read it.
He's staying. They feel like they're on a mission. They feel like they can take a chance, and because they're going to have to try to trip up Bama. Because Bama, if you think Bama's defense is good this year, wait till these guys are older and you start seeing Amos and them more. And now wait till receivers come in because Williams will play.
Yeah.
Immediately. Because Brooks is gone. He's the one that went to Louisville. That's who it is.
Jacory.
Yes.
He's been hurt a lot this year.
Yes. Brooks has went to Louisville. That's the guy name I was digging for my scalp while ago. So look for Ole Miss to be good next year.
Yeah, very.
The next game, speaking of Bama, Auburn and Maryland and the Music City Bowls are usually pretty good.
It usually is.
2 o'clock to 30. It's on ABC. It's going to be a good primetime game. You'll probably have who would commentate that game on ABC now?
Gosh, I don't have no idea.
See, they're all changing up now.
Yeah. I don't know. It won't be, it won't be Gary and them, of course, but I don't know who would.
Auburn don't have a quarterback.
No, but I'm not a big Maryland.
Can they run the ball on Maryland? Yes.
Yes, I would think so.
All right, give me Auburn.
And Maryland wasn't terrible this year.
But the next one is the same day. It's going to be, well, Lord, it's 30 minutes after. So if you're going to watch Auburn, sorry, Georgia fans will be turning that game right after. They're going to go from ABC to CBS at 4 o'clock. So you better hope Auburn don't run late. Florida State and Georgia.
You said a lot of people wasn't playing in the game for Florida State?
I read a headline. Now, that don't mean nothing. You know how headlines are. They want you to read the whole thing, and then you find out there's like 2 guys leaving. You know what I'm saying? Big fallout at Florida State. Players dumping off everywhere. They got 3 guys leaving there, 3 stars. 2 of them didn't even start. So I don't know.
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. Even with Travis, I think Georgia's better.
Yeah.
Without Travis, definitely, I got to take Georgia.
Georgia's the best team in the country for a long time, for a while. So,
but now I don't think Florida State's bad, and I think we're going to see that they're not that bad without Travis, but they're just a lot better, and that's why they didn't go. I mean, the committee don't want to. I mean, they just said, look, they're not going to be as competitive without Jordan Travis.
Yeah, well, that's just the thing, there's some more news since we're on that topic. We'll run through this. We just got about 5 more games, really, and we'll come back and do the Alabamas and the Texases again after first of the year. And Merry Christmas again, and to everybody, Happy New Year. Georgia politician, senator, some no-name guy. If y'all don't know about this, just listen in real close. Turn it up so you can hear good.
I don't know if I even know about this.
The senator suggested that this game here, which is the Orange Bowl, should be squeezed off between he said between the peach and the cotton.
Yeah.
Now, the Peach Bowl and the Cotton Bowl are, of course, on different days. Now, what he wanted to do, he suggested that they play the game in the midday on the 29th between Liberty and the Cotton, or move the Peach Bowl time. The Peach Bowl is played at 12. He's going to play it maybe somewhere after that, or try to move this game around.
Why?
To make it a play-in game. And the winner of that game would get the winner of
what did they say?
Alabama.
I mean, Michigan. I know they said no.
No, you can't. You're just going. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to change all the balls around.
I'm just saying, did he get mocked, or did he just get? No, it's not a bad idea, but no, we're not doing it.
Yeah, most people are like, "That's stupid. Why would you say that?" Okay, because you can't. Why would you suggest?
You can't now.
You can't. That's the first of the year.
Yeah, I mean that would have been the only time you could.
These games. These ball games are right now. They're already picking next year. Now they don't know the teams, but they're making TV contracts. These TV contracts go out for years,
right?
Like ABC, CBS. They already know they're doing the. Let's say, for example, ABC is doing the Music City Bowl. Well, ABC's probably made a deal to do that Music City Bowl for till 2028. on the time slot of 2:00.
Right.
Oh, well, we're going to change that. We're just going to let Georgia and Florida State. So
that was met with boos.
If you're trusting politicians to make any right decisions, guys, and in quotes of Uncle Lou, and I'll quote Uncle Lou, hashtag Uncle Lou, they can't even pave the roads right.
Right.
What makes you think they're going to be able to do football? Get out of here with that. Just don't. The guy's trying to get votes, and he's trying to get sympathy from all the Georgia fans and Florida State fans that live in Georgia.
I didn't hear a lot of Georgia fans complaining because they didn't get in. To be honest, I really didn't.
Well, they felt like we're not conference champs, and we didn't deserve to get in.
I mean, I know Florida State thought they should have, but I didn't hear a lot of people from Georgia say anything.
No. So I like Georgia taking Florida State on that one. That's on the 30th again at 4:00 ESPN. And later that day, Dean, 30 minutes later, are you going to drop Georgia game? I got to get over there and
watch Toledo
Barstool Sports. Man, poor old Dave Portis. Why didn't he pick that time slot? I mean, I guess he can't help it. He just sponsors it.
Yeah.
Barstool Sports. You're going to play 30 minutes. You're going to kick off. Your ball's going to kick 30 minutes after Georgia, Florida State. Nobody's watching Toledo and Wyoming.
I wouldn't think too many people in this state will be flipping that.
No. And it's going to
be. Now,
of
course, they will in Toledo and Ohio and Wyoming.
Well, it's on their channel. It's on Barstool, which I do have.
Right.
But I won't be flipping over from ESPN.
I like Wyoming in that one.
All right. Give me the Wyoming Cowboys. And
they upset people, buddy.
What about the next game? What do you think?
Reliquist Bowl. If I'm pronouncing that right, Wisconsin versus LSU, which I don't know about the matchup. It's okay. Wisconsin's not bad, but I think LSU's very good. We got the Heisman Trophy winner, best offense, one of the best offenses in the country.
Now, these games, Dean, that starts your January 1.
That's the January 1. I think LSU wins.
So, yes, I do too.
I just can't pick against him in that.
So, between 12-1.
And that's a huge point spread, too.
The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl is Iowa and Tennessee.
I like Tennessee.
Yeah.
I do think Iowa plays good, sound football, but I don't think they beat Tennessee.
Now, that game's at Tennessee people play. That plays at 1:00 on ABC. Wisconsin and LSU play at 12 on ESPN2.
Good lineup that day. That day's good.
ESPN2. Now, the next game also is at 1:00, Dean. The VRBO Bowl, which is the vacation real estate website place.
Right. The Fiesta. You like the matchup?
I don't. Not for Liberty.
No.
For Tyron, those guys can't run with.
I don't know why they
Oregon.
did that to them. Why did Liberty and James Madison not play? And Oregon and Air Force. I don't know. I don't understand.
Well, you would have got Florida State and Tulane this year if the 12-team playoff would have been.
Yeah.
So that's what now 12-team playoff people. Now listen, you couldn't have a 12-team playoff this year. But Florida State and those guys said, "Nah, we'll skip it."
Nah,
if they'd have voted yes,
they'd have been playing.
They would have played, even if they would have moved out, which they did, because of Bama beating the number 1 team in the country. That's going to bump you in. Beating the number 1 is going to bump anybody over beating a.
Yeah.
Who was their highest ranked win?
Probably LSU, I guess.
Which Bama beat
12,
handedly.
10, what's 11?
Yeah. So.
No. Yeah, they were.
If Florida State votes that in, they're going to get to play Tulane and win, and then they'll get the winners of the top 4 next round.
Yes,
that's on y'all. You should have voted it in. Oregon and Liberty. I
don't think it's close.
But this game is at 1:00. Also, it's on ESPN. So if you want to watch Tennessee and you want to watch Tyron from over here at Cherokee County,
now I hope Liberty gives them a good game.
Flip back and forth.
But we got to be realists here.
As those games are going off, here's what I would think we're going to do. If you're still on watching, we appreciate you. We're trying to get off here. We want to do an hour, not too crazy. But we ain't going to be on for 2 weeks now. We ain't going to be back till the 1st of January.
Yeah, 15 days. I don't know if y'all can make it.
Yeah. No, we'll be on doing something probably somewhere next week in the middle of some of this.
Yeah. Probably just briefly.
I don't know. I'm picking that one. here. Just we're watching North Carolina, West Virginia, or something like 27th, or Louisville, USC, A&M, Oklahoma State. We may come on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So probably before that game, these are Eastern times. It says 5 for Bama, Michigan.
Yeah.
That's the next game.
4.
That is the Rose Bowl. It is a playoff game. Playoff and a playoff. January 1st, be at 4 o'clock. We'll probably like to come on probably after Tennessee's getting done or something, and we'll come on and really dig into where's Alabama better,
there'll be time.
Where's Michigan better, and we'll talk about that game for about an hour before the game.
Well, I said I'd never pick against Alabama again. They've proved me wrong too many times, so I'm not going to pick against them. I'm picking Alabama.
I don't think it'll be close.
Well, I don't know about that.
I think it'll be close.
You don't think it'll be a close game?
No. They have not played the type of athletes that's going to match up with them. Michigan's going to try to run the ball. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
And then when they do try to throw the ball a little bit, he's going to get intercepted. They're not going to have the ball enough to outscore Jalen Milroe. They hadn't seen an athlete like they're fixing to see. Who have they seen? Bama sees all the teams. Mm-hmm. They see a lot of teams like Michigan. Michigan is Bama 2009.
Right.
Run the ball, play defense. That's Harbaugh. That's khaki pants. That's what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can their defense just shut down Alabama's offense?
No.
You don't think so?
No way. Want to be close. I'm going to say I'll even give you a score.
All right. Let's see.
I'll write it on the back here.
Score.
I'll even do
but you're not going to say it over the thing, are you?
Yeah, I'll say it.
Oh. I'm just kidding.
I don't care. 41-21.
41-21.
I don't have any faith in Michigan. They're just, if that don't happen, I will come on here and say I was wrong. I'm the first one to tell you.
You can still.
I just don't see it being close.
You can still you can say that.
Come back the first, and I may change my mind a little bit because I will study more into it. I've already studied into it, but not in-depthly because we're doing a lot of games. I've looked into a lot of these games. So now my attention is just going to be on Bama and just going to be on Washington or Texas.
Right.
So that's the Rose Bowl, January 1st, 4 o'clock. Then at 7:45 on the January 1st, ESPN right after. Hurry up, go back to the crock pot, Dean. Mm-hmm. Get you another dip of chili. Put you some that Rotel cheese dip. Put it on top of your chili.
Yeah. Oh,
I did that yesterday.
Pretty good.
Yeah, put some corn chips in it. It's pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah, little oyster crackers too.
Oh God, I like them oyster crackers.
The Sugar Bowl. Washington and Texas. We know about this game, and this will be our last game to pick.
I'm going to tell you what I think right now, but go ahead. I think Washington's going to beat them. Now, I know a lot of people are going, no, they're not. You're stupid. Washington just steps up and wins every ball game. I think it's a good matchup, but I think Washington wins. Now, I can't get to the Washington versus Bama yet because I don't know that that's going to happen. But I do not think there'll be a rematch of Bama-Texas. That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody's thinking is going to happen. And what I've learned from watching college football for years, stuff rarely happens that you think is going to happen. So, no, I'm picking Washington. They ain't lost a ball game.
Good teams find ways to win when it counts and when it's close.
And they do, and they have every game.
And Texas has played some close ones, and they lost a game on the field to Alabama, which is nothing shame in that. Bama beat the number 1 team. They lost to a mediocre. They caught Oklahoma in a bad time of the year, and they lost.
Yeah.
And Washington, they beat an Oregon team twice.
Who we thought was excellent.
I thought there's no way Nix gets dumped twice.
Beat Oregon State, Utah. Well, let's just see here who all Washington's beat.
I'm going to take Washington Huskies and the Texas Longhorns. Let's see here. What kind of scores are we looking for? Over, under 75.
I put 50. Oh, Washington and Texas. Yeah. I would say I would say in the 60s with Washington and Texas.
To be under 75.
Oh, yeah.
I think somebody had said, I had heard it was 75 over under.
Really? I'd say.
Because they ain't going to play no defense. Neither one of them really.
I'd say 65 myself. Let's see who Washington beat. Well, that was last year. Why does it do that? Washington beat Oregon twice. Beat Oregon State, beat Washington State, beat Utah, beat USC, beat Arizona State, beat Arizona, beat Cal. I mean, but my point is that they won them all. They were close, but they won them. And they beat Texas last year in the bowl game. So they already know how to beat them. What do you think? I think Washington and Alabama's playing for the title. I do not think Washington's going to get beat. But I'll be honest with you. I'd rather see Texas make it. I mean, if I just had to, I'm for Texas over Washington.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, when do you think?
I'll take Washington.
But I think that, and as weird as this sounds, I'm picking Washington to beat Texas, but I think the better national championship game matchup will be if Alabama or Michigan is playing Texas.
Yes.
I know that don't make sense.
Well, but it's a household name.
Yeah.
More in time of this era. Now, Washington at one time, I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me correct, since I was there, in 1920, 25, 26, 7.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's who Bama beat in their first Rose Bowl.
Probably.
I think it was Washington, and it was like 24-20.
24-20. I just don't. I pick Washington to win, but Texas will be for whoever wins the Michigan Alabama. I think Texas will be a better matchup. I'm afraid if Washington does make it, we're going to hear some of the same complaints we heard last year. God, that national championship game stunk.
Well, here's the thing. I got Bama over Michigan 41-21. I got Washington over Texas 36-31. Like it close. I like Bama over Washington by 10, 34-24, because
I think they can keep
it. It could be a 10-point because they're going to try to keep the ball, and Bama's only going to get to score about 4 times. And the times that Washington's going to need to score, Penix is going to throw a pick. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just don't see him slicing those Downs and those guys. And if Amos is going to come in play from Story to Kool-Aid, and they're good. Okay?
Now, I will say early on that I think that whoever wins the Bama-Michigan game, no matter who they play, wins the championship.
Yeah.
Whether it be Texas. I don't think Texas is going to be your national champion.
Yeah, they're not. They're not there yet. But they will be in the SEC. And there will be no more East-West conference champs next year. It could be Texas plays Oklahoma for the SEC title.
And what if that
happens?
I hate to get on a crying kick or something. What a great story. Steve Sarkisian fired 5 years ago for drinking too much.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
And now he's playing in the Final Four.
And he owes it all to old St. Nick, and he'll tell you real quick he does.
I mean,
Nick has brought these guys back from the dead.
That have not been that long ago since he went through all that. Guy's fired. This guy's drinking too much alcohol. He's a drunk. We don't want him. Wow. That's a good story. If you ever uninspired and you think that life's over for you, remember, look up Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah, and
Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin got fired in the airport.
Yeah, they left him.
Yeah.
And Saban brings him offensive coach. They won a national championship.
Hey, well, and
with Coker.
Say
which transfer from Florida State, coincidentally.
Which it was great. The guy was just barbing. He was just messing with Feinbaum. He goes, yo, Coach Nick Saban goes out there and hires some guy from Michigan so he can get a leg up. And he goes, I tell you what a human being. And Feinbaum's like, there's nothing wrong with him hiring a guy from Michigan.
Yeah, he's a offensive assistant. Is that right?
I don't know.
I don't think
he's going to be the difference in them winning.
No.
But that guy was just giving him, and he goes, he's got to go out here and hire some guy that used to coach at their school.
That's pretty shifty.
I think they were just having a.
But that is shifty.
It is. Well, the guy was like, this is ridiculous. This guy's ridiculous. And though he may be right, that a guy would go to this length to win, Feinbaum's like, yeah, but it's legal.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing legal. That don't mean it ain't shady.
It's legal.
Like the mob would go to your business and knock the windows out of your business, with rocks, and nobody's seen it because they do it about a cover night. Then come back to your store the next day and say, I'm sorry to hear about your windows getting knocked out, but if you give me $100 a week, we'll make sure it don't happen.
So what this guy can do is come in and
it's not illegal because nobody's seen them do it.
He can give Alabama intel that nobody else could. Like, hey, hit 24 in the mouth about twice, and he's going to go to crying on you. Ain't going to do nothing else.
When they line up trips and that motion goes left off of trips to the other side of the field, they're throwing that. And if it's on short side, they're throwing to the short side of the field every time.
I don't personally think.
Kevin Steele's going, okay, all right.
I don't think it should have been allowed, but my business.
It's not illegal.
No. He hired a coach from Michigan. Guy coached there last year.
And me and you both know the game, and you can say this, and Fife always comes up. He could go to the line, and Logan could walk up to the linebacker and say, hey, it's on 2. We're going right. I'm going right here between the center and the guard. This guy's going to come in motion. I'm going to fake it to him, and I'm coming right here with it.
Right.
But they block it so well, and you can't do nothing. You see what I'm saying? So it's always in the Joes on the field, the Jimmies and Joes. You got to have the dudes, and Alabama has the dudes. I don't think they match up well against Michigan. I don't think it's going to be a really great game.
Well,
it's not going to be a 50-point blowout. They're going to try to keep it interesting for a while. I just don't see these Big Ten teams, and the Florida State is begging, and Clemson's going to go. They're going to the Big Ten.
Well, now I will say this.
Why would you dump the SEC to go to the Big Ten?
I think if
why?
I don't know. That don't make a lot of sense. If Michigan does win, I think it's going to be in a low-scoring game. I think the only way Michigan wins is if their defense stops Alabama. It's not going to be a shootout.
No. I had them, I like them by, 10, 20?
I mean, I could see if Michigan wins, I'm going to say Alabama don't score over 24.
28, yeah. I don't think they're going to need about 28 to win the game.
And what you can't have happen is like Milroe get pressured and throw a pick, fumble, then run it back for a score.
This team may sneak up on me and they may surprise me. But from what I've seen, the way Notre Dame played the first year with Ohio State and the way Ohio State and Michigan played, and Georgia, we found out, was a little bit of fraud. They were not as good. I've been saying it all year. Leave them alone. They're not as good this year.
Right. Well, they lost a lot.
Right. And I got a little lip from Georgia fans. Our God, we're hitting it 3 times. No, you're not going to win it this year.
Mm-hmm. No, nobody's ever done it.
And that's why, because it's just impossible. You have kids coming out. Last year, Georgia kicked butt. That's the best team. That's one of the better college football teams. They're not the 95 Nebraska or 01 Miami,
which is considered the top 2. Right?
But they were as good as a 47 Army team.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
I think the top 3 are 71 Nebraska. I don't know what order.
Yeah,
one of the Alabama teams is good.
It's arguable the order.
Considered.
That's what people are getting.
95.
McGahee and Shockey, you kidding me? 2001 Hurricanes is
believe it or not, they didn't just they won it, but I mean they didn't just annihilate everybody.
See, Ed Reed and them played that year before. 2000, they hammered people. Then they just kept hammering.
Yeah.
That's why they're
Virginia Tech nearly beat that great Miami team. Nearly.
That's why I think they get a lot of nods as being that great, because it was like Bama's done for like 2 or 3 years in a row. They're just beat. They only lost like 1 game in 3 years. So
I don't know. I thought one of Bama's teams, 11 or 12, I think they made that list. That one to give up 180 yards a game. I mean, are you kidding? 180.
So Texas has no shot at beating Washington or winning the chip. They're just kind of the fill-in team because they lucked up, beat Bama on the scoreboard.
I don't think that. I mean, they may beat Washington, but I'm not predicting it. I'm not predicting it.
I don't see
their receivers are good though. Old Mitchell and Worthy and
one of them's
they're good. I still say that Mitchell.
One of them leaving?
Surely to God, not. They're the leading receivers on the team.
Let's see. What's the Mitchell?
A.D. Mitchell. He left Georgia.
No, who's the other one?
Xavier Worthy. Oh, he may be going pro. Xavier, I think. I don't know how they pronounce it. Xavier Worthy. They got that big tight end too.
He's sophomore, returning wide receivers. Worthy could reportedly return to play. Okay, we knew he was going to play this year. Yes. Mitchell and Worthy report that Texas transfer Malik Murphy looks to count 3 official. Yeah, that's who it was. That quarterback that come in and played.
Yes, he left.
He's good. I really like him.
But he's done. He's transferring. Right?
No, I don't know how you let that guy get away because Arch Manning's there. I'm just telling you, I watched him play.
Ewers just got another year.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think nobody's going to play over him, is he?
No, you ain't going to get a starter spot. Man, he's good though. I like that Murphy kid.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, I saw where he was gone.
Throws pretty well. He would be perfect at Auburn.
I'd like to see Auburn get a good QB. I think Thorne running the ball good this year.
Well, he just did against Alabama and Georgia because they didn't ever expect him to. So Bobo's like, well, I said that sitting right here. I said, there's a key factor in that game, and it's going to be something stupid like Milroe throws for a bunch of yards and throwing runs for some yards.
Yeah.
And by God, that's what happened. It happens. Those weird, stupid, like what one guy does good, you think, then they swap. I know. Because the coaches go, well, they'll never suspect us for Milroe to throw it right here a lot.
Well, let me tell you something about him. Georgia's 6, Alabama's 4. He rushed for about 75 yards a game against 2 of the top 6 teams in the country.
Yeah.
Great games. Had 90-something against Georgia.
Yeah.
Had a good game against Bama.
Yep.
If it had been for his sacks, which the pros don't count. Did you know that? If you get sacked in the pros, it does not come off your rushing.
It does in college.
It does in college.
And
he would have rushed for 90 yards against Bama.
It's just an element you gotta. So Michigan's defense, like you're talking about, can they stop them? And we'll get back on this January 1st, Monday, guys.
I think that's the only way they win.
They'll come back Monday, and we'll talk about the Michigan right before it goes on. Come back, and we'll sit here and shoot the breeze for a little bit before the game.
But that was the main thing. If Alabama's not going to give up 50.
Does Michigan have a guy, Jeff? Do they have a guy that they can just get a hold of Milroe and they're going to make him? He's going to be a problem for Milroe. Do they have a guy like that? I don't see it. If they do,
that's the thing about Michigan. We don't see a lot of. I don't think I've watched him this year except that one game.
Find me on Twitter at Bigg Matt 1977. DM over there. Message me on Facebook. Who's the guy at Michigan? The Blue Wolverines defense. Who's a guy that can get a hold of Milroe and he's setting up this week of practice going, man, and the coaches, if their offensive line are going, hey, we got to count for number 34. He's good. Is there a guy? Now, I'm asking. I'm not being smart.
No, he's saying is there. I don't know anything about their defense.
I hadn't got into it yet because I looked over all these teams. I just looked at about 40 to 30 different teams trying to get an idea of some of these guesses because some of them are just pure guesses on these bowl games.
What's he's got there?
No one. He don't think so.
Well, you know what's weird about that? Every team in the thing except for Alabama, I don't hear nothing about their defense. I don't know a player that plays on Washington or Texas's defense. Now, Texas does have a good D-line, right? Texas is D-line.
Well, we played them before. Now, they got after Milroe a lot.
Yes, they did.
That's the game I'm sitting on the edge of my chair just going nuts, about to lose my religion because the offensive line is playing like a bunch of dang-gum seventh graders.
Man, they got after. They sacked him 5 or 6, four times?
Yeah, no, that's like 6 or 7 times. They got after him all night long.
Well, it was after that game when Milroe was just.
I think it was altogether 9 sacks and hurries together.
He's a good bounce back story too, because after that game, then nobody in this state wanted to be the quarterback anymore. I didn't mind it. I thought he always should have been the quarterback because he can run.
Yeah, that's the difference. Yeah. And we all wanted Simpson. I love Simpson. I think he'd be great. Now, if Vandegrift would have came, but here's the thing. Who's he going to throw? That's the element that Milroe needs, that thrower / run, because there's not a Ja'Cory State hurt too much this year. I have no idea what's going on with him.
No, he was hurt all year.
But there's no, Devontae Smiths and Waddles and Michie's there. We don't have those guys.
He's going to throw it to Bond or Burton more than likely.
Bond has become and he's not even an All-American list. Is he? He may be a second team, maybe. I don't
even know if they're first team all conference.
Yeah. Second team all conference.
Second team all conference.
Sure.
Bond and Burton, maybe. but see, Burton and Neighbors are the first team all SEC. They're probably first team all Americans. Neighbors for sure. Burton from Missouri. Yeah.
Neighbors is good.
So Bond and them are probably.
They're coming back.
They're probably the fourth or fifth or top receivers in the.
Or is he going pro or?
I don't even know if Bond and Burton are considered as good as Squirrel White and Ladd McConkey. Are they? Maybe.
That would be whatever. That'd be based on opinion, probably by fan base.
No, I think Bond. I think they're both good.
McConkey healthy is going to get far stretch row, but Alabama, Michigan, and Texas, and Washington, and we ain't said a lot of. I mean, we've watched Washington play. I've watched them probably play 3 games. I loved how they started out the game against Oregon the second time.
Yeah.
They come out. They look ready. Coach Lanning was not ready. He got out coached. You can tell when a coach gets out coached, he wasn't ready. He just got out coached. Now, sometimes players make plays and things happen through games that the uncircumstances, it's uncontrollable, turnovers and those kind of things, fumbles.
Right.
Never felt like Lanning was ready for that game. I don't know how Texas can do it. They're going to have to be tick and tack for this offense.
Right.
Who's going to stand up and play defense? If somebody will play defense against Washington and make Penix nervous, and he still throws a good ball even when he's running.
I know. He does. I don't think he should have won the Heisman, but he's pretty good.
Daniels was just
he's pretty good.
He was just great this year. He was the best. I'm glad they got that right and just didn't put it on the number 1 team, the quarterback, or, give the right guy the ball. Maybe he could have to win the O'Brien Award or something.
Yeah.
No, you give it to Penix. Okay, whatever. But Heisman was, it's Daniels. But the Maxwell Award, which he won both those anyway.
Yeah, right.
I ain't got nothing against that. Yeah, y'all come back, hang out Monday after lunch. Some of these games, Tennessee be going off, and we'll jump on here.
Yeah.
We'll really dig into. We'll do some plus and far. Where's Bama better? Where's Michigan better? Where's Texas fit in?
Maybe running back.
We'll get into some Texas and Washington defense.
Yeah.
Let's look into that deeply and see how these guys match up.
I know Washington's give up a lot of points this year.
We'll study into that
more. Scored a lot too.
So y'all come back with us. January 1st. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. We won't see you.
Happy New Year.
We'll be thinking of you.
Yep. 4 days, man. 4 more days in the old mill grind. Jeff, thank you for coming by and being a super fan, and everybody stayed on with us tonight. We went about an hour and a half, which we knew it was going to be about an hour. We get into Bama and Michigan game and talk. We'll do that some more. And some of these other bowl games, there's some pretty good games coming on. After Christmas.
Yeah.
NBA's got a lot of, if you like NBA basketball, there's a lot of games coming on this week.
I actually talked to a guy the other day that said he'd rather watch the NBA.
For this week?
No, just anytime. He hated watching college.
Oh, that's sad.
He likes the freelance style of the NBA. And some people do.
Yeah, that's fine. Everybody's
and how college, they kind of run an offense or kind of they do not. People's like, well, they run plays. No, they don't. They don't run plays.
Yeah.
They move without the ball. And they get open. And when they're open, they shoot it. But he said he liked the NBA better all day.
Hit the darn subscribe button. It's right there in front of you. YouTube follow. It don't cost you nothing. You're not going to get notified all the time or get some spam alerts. Get a coupon. Matt and Todd Show t-shirts, 20% off. Nothing. You get no weird stuff. It don't ask for your email. And if you don't like what we talk about, unsubscribe. But subscribe to the channel and come hang out with us.
It's just sports. We're not going to get too deep on you.
No. Apple Podcast people and listening, share it to a friend. Tell them you got a good podcast at breaking down all the bowl games, and we're going to come back on January 1 and talk more about you, Bama and Rose Bowl game and the Sugar Bowl with Texas, Washington and stuff. Spotify and Instagram had some pictures go up over there. Had some good games last night. Spring Garden boys basketball in Collinsville was a darn throwdown.
Spring Garden won.
Yes, what a game that was, man. It come down to. Within 20 seconds of the game, it's still tied.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Collinsville hit like a free throw to tie it back up, and finally, toward the end there in the last 20 seconds or so, Coach Bowman Draven, he took over because Coach Hatch was sick, so he had to coach. And hats off, he did a good job.
He did a good job. It sounds like it.
He kept them calm in that tight situation. He'd bring them over. He'd get on to them during the game, but when it got tight down there, he just brought them there, set them down, and broke it. Hey, here's who we are. Let's just be us. And hey, it's good for him. The young coach got a win in a tight game against a out of county big rival, though.
Yeah, it is. Collinsville was usually congratulations to him. That's I'd say Hatcher was
he's sick.
Sick.
Yeah, had flu or something, or hadn't felt.
Now
good.
Hatcher still gets the win on his record, but how many? What is their record now?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, they beat Hanley.
I know Center's only played one game.
Yeah,
or maybe two.
They lost to Collinsville.
Yeah. There's not,
but they're just like, I think Caleb said they had 3 practices.
Yeah, it wasn't 2. I think they might have come in on Sunday, Monday. 3 maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
One of them was a tryout. You gotta have tryouts, don't you?
No.
No, you don't have to.
No,
I thought you had to for basketball.
Play not that I know of. I hadn't heard of that in a while. Now you do it up there.
But you gotta have 2 couple of days. And there'll be some parent going, you're only trying out for a couple of days. And like, really?
Yeah, I think the guys that are coming in are just, they come in, they play. Like Hayden's going to play this year, so he's going to play.
Yeah. Well, I know football, you won't play, you play. You're not cut. But you have to in basketball because you can't have 47 people.
Yeah, I don't think they have that problem. They got like a good group of 8 or 9.
Yeah.
It's going to come in and play. But it's a great game. And Spring Garden girls played New Hope. They played close. They played them close.
New Hope's girls are good.
Yes, the Yarborough girl, has got her 2,000th point. Ace had a good night.
She's got her 5,000th point.
Yeah, congrats her again.
She's got 3,000, I guess.
Alabama.
Yeah.
She'll play this year, and she'll play next year, too.
They're good. She's good. Their whole team's good.
Yeah.
But she's special.
Yep. Cedar Bluff boys, I'm ready to see them play some. They're Coach Amoson's, he's working with them.
Yeah.
A little rust, some kids that hadn't played a lot together. He's going to work through that, and they'll be fine. And Gelsel, Coach Brandon.
Yeah, they've won 4 or 5 ball games.
Yeah. They get hot and they get on the streak. So I seen Colin and them the other day, and Cooper and them, and they get one of those modes, man. They'll light a team up that they probably wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah. You gotta watch them now.
Yeah. And Sandrock boys got them a win. Talked to Coach Trapp, and he's reeling, rocking there, and he's hanging on and learning and teaching. And Sandrock girls, I like this. She does such a good job with them, Coach Bates. She's just really good coach.
I thought St. Clair was done.
I ain't just saying that.
No, she does.
She really does a good job with them. She had a really young team last year, and they genuinely at the media day, you could see how they're attracted to her. How they all just kind of really get along with her and
take the world of her.
Yes, and how they kind of cut up a little, but they're serious when it's game time. So we got a lot of good county basketball to get around to. And there was a 2-day tournament that played Friday, Saturday, sponsored by Alabama One. They played Friday and Saturday. Good games. So y'all enjoy your work day tomorrow and come back Monday, January 1st.
January 1st.
Jingle bells. These are pretty good. These are creamsicle
candy cane.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Remember the reason for the season. He has risen, and give us all a chance at life. After this old nasty world is through with us and spit you out. Know where you're going. If you don't, talk to somebody.
Does spit you out.
Go talk to somebody. Jesus is the reason for the season. Y'all have a great year and rest of the year, and we'll see you back January 1. Keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year. Matt Todd Show out. We'll be back for probably 2/17. Yeah.
Yes.
January 1. All right. See y'all.